System for step 4.
And you can see the same display being viewed in the cupola by Butch Wilmore and Samantha Cristoforetti, who are operating the station's robotic arm, the 57-foot-long Canadarm2, that will reach out and grapple the grapple fixture on Dragon a short time from now. Dragon arriving at the final hold point at 30 meters or 98 feet away from the station at 3:56 a.m. Central Time. The International Space Station and Dragon currently moving from southwest to northeast across the Pacific Ocean, will cross the west coast of Mexico north of Guadalajara a short time from now. Again, the grapple of Dragon expected to occur some 35 minutes ahead of schedule at a time that would be no earlier than 1 minute after sunrise to provide the appropriate lighting for Station Commander Butch Wilmore, who is the prime crew member for the grapple of Dragon, operating from the robotics workstation inside the cupola of the International Space Station, backed up by European Space Agency flight engineer Samantha Cristoforetti. A good view of the grapple fixture on the SpaceX cargo ship, the top portion of which is the only cargo vehicle that returns intact with returning cargo and scientific experiments of all of the international fleet of resupply vehicles. That grapple fixture directly underneath that is a suite of navigation sensors. Dragon has arrived at its capture point, according to flight controllers at the SpaceX Control Center in Hawthorne.
Station Houston on 2. Dragon is holding at the capture point. Please perform step 6 in 1.102.
Houston Station, we copy and work.
That exchange between Randy Bresnik, the spacecraft communicator here in Mission Control, and Samantha Cristoforetti, indicating that the procedures now will be put in place to begin the movement of the station's robotic arm, the Canadarm2, towards the grapple fixture on Dragon, with capture anticipated no earlier than 1 minute after sunrise, which would be approximately 4:39 a.m. Central Time, 5:39 Eastern, running well ahead of schedule, some 35 minutes or so ahead of schedule, since everything has been going so smoothly with the rendezvous and all of Dragon's systems, and the crew being eager to grab onto Dragon and get it bolted into place. Dragon has now disabled its thrusters in the so-called free drift orientation, so that no inadvertent thruster firings will perturbate the grapple of Dragon by the robotic arm that has now been set in motion by Station Commander Butch Wilmore, operating from the robotics workstation in the cupola of the International Space Station. One meter now. The end effector is now over the grapple pin. And we have grapple at 4:54 a.m. Central Time, 5:54 a.m. Eastern Time. We have captured Dragon, 262 statute miles over the Mediterranean. So once again, to recap, Dragon now part of the International Space Station. It will be housed at the Earth-facing port of the Harmony module of the station for the next 29 days until it is unbolted, unberthed, and released on Tuesday, February 10th to begin the journey back to Earth that will culminate with a return of supplies and critical scientific experiments with a splashdown in the Pacific Ocean southwest of Long Beach, California in the late afternoon of February 10th.